Good morning, dear children. I welcome you all to the third part of applications of trigonometry. And now we are going to look at question number 11. A tower stands vertically on a bank of a canal. Do you know what is a canal, children? A canal is something which is a water body and have two banks like this, and water is flowing like this. This is a canal. Now, a tower stands vertically on the bank of a canal. On a canal, one tower is standing. From a point on the other bank directly opposite to the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of tower is 60 degree. And from another point 20 meter away from this point on the line joining the foot of the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 30 degree. Okay. Now find the height of the tower and the width of the canal. Now look here, children. There is a tower. Let us say that our tower is C and D. Let us say that CD is showing our tower. Okay. From a point on the other bank. Now suppose D is one bank and B is other bank. Suppose B is other bank. So from this point, from B, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 60 degree. From here, the angle of elevation is 60 degree. That means this black line is the line of sight. And when this black line is a line of sight, you have to join BD so that it becomes your horizontal line. Now this horizontal line along with your line of sight is making an angle of 60 degree with the top of the tower. Top of the tower, angle of elevation, that means your line of sight is towards upper part. You are looking up. Now from another point 20 meter away, let us say that there is one more point A which is 20 meter away from B. Okay. From this point on the line of joining of the foot of the tower, that means BD joined to A is on the same, that means point A, point B and point D are on the same line. See, point on the line of joining of the foot of the tower. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 30 degree. Now from here, this is the line of the sight. Okay. From here, if you are looking at the top of the tower, your angle of elevation is 30 degree and here AB is your horizontal line and this AC is your line of sight. So 30 degree. Angle A is 30 degree. Now what you have to do is you have to find the height of the tower and the width of the canal. You have to find the height of the tower. Now height of the tower means you have to find CD and you have to find the width of the canal means you have to find BD. Now children, let us see what we can do. Now see, first of all let us clear this part. Children, let us start this now. See, CD is the tower. Okay, CD is the tower. This 60 degree and then you need to find BD. So you have to take the ratio in such a way that BD comes in your ratio. So you need to find out BD, you need to find out CD. So let us take tan 60 because this is the opposite side for tan 60 and this is the adjacent side. So tan 60 degree will be equal to how much? CD divided by BD. Children, I am not writing what is CD, what is BD and all because I have already explained you. Before starting this question, before starting the solution of the question, you will write all those things what I have explained earlier. Now I am directly going to the solution. Okay. So tan 60 is equal to CD by BD. What is your tan 60? What is the value of tan 60? That should be in your fingertips. Okay. That is equal to root 3 and root 3 is equal to CD by BD. From here, you can say that BD root 3, CD is equal to root 3 BD or BD root 3. So, this is what you have in equation 1. Now, let us go for tan 30. Okay, because from tan 30 also you can calculate CD, and BD will be a part of your AD. So tan 30 will be equal to, in the bigger triangle you see in triangle ACD, tan 30 will be equal to CD by AD. Now what is your AD, children? Your AD is nothing but AB plus BD. Okay. So you know the value of BD. Okay. You know the value of AB. AB is 20 and you have to find the value of BD. So from here, let us see what is tan 30. Tan 30 is nothing but 1 by root 3 equal to, and what is your CD? Let us say CD is, let us take CD from here, that is BD root 3, because we have BD here. So if we will take this, it will be useful for us. So we will write BD root 3. Now how much is your AB? AB is 20 meters. So 20 plus BD. Now see children, you are having only BD, one unknown in an equation. So easily you can find it out when you solve the linear equation. Now see how will you solve this. Cross multiply, you will get 20 plus BD will be equal to root 3 into BD root 3. Now root 3 into root 3 will be 3. So you will get 3 BD, children. Okay. Now see from here, BD 20 plus BD will be equal to 3 BD. 3 BD. Okay. Let me write BD, otherwise you will get confused. BD is equal to DB, but you will get confused. Okay. Now see, 20 will be equal to 3 BD minus BD. Okay. So this will become 2 BD. So from here, you can say that BD is equal to 20 by 2, that is equal to 10. So 10 meters, isn't it? 10 meters. Now see how much is CD. CD is BD root 3 from here. This is from here, you know that CD is BD root 3. So what you can write? CD is equal to BD root 3. So that will become 10 root 3. So what was your CD? Your CD was the height of the tower. So height of the tower is equal to 10 root 3, and BD was the width of the canal. So width of the canal is equal to 10. Both are in meters. Please do not forget to write the units. So height is 10 root 3 meters and width of the canal is 10 meters. Come on children, let us see question number 12. From the top of a 7-meter tall building, the angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower is 60 degree. Okay, and the angle of depression of its foot is 45 degree. Now children, first of all, try to make the figure, and for making the figure you have to understand the question properly, and what you have to find out is you have to find out the height of the tower. Determine the height of the tower. Read the first sentence. From the top of a 7-meter tall building. See, from the top of a building, the angle of elevation, that means someone is looking upper part, to the upper side. That means the other thing, that is the top of the cable tower is 60. That means the cable tower is more taller than the building, because from the top of the building somebody is looking at the top of the tower and the angle of elevation is given. When the angle of elevation is given, it means line of sight is to the upper side. Now see, and the angle of depression of its foot is 45. That means a person is looking up as well as looking down, okay, from his place. So the tower is taller. Now let us say that AB is our building. Children, please pay attention, because the most important part is to know how to make the figure. Once you make the figure, you will be able to solve the sum. See, let us take AB as the building. And what is the height of the building? 7 meters. Okay. Now in front of this building there is a tower. Let us say CD is our tower. CD is our tower. Okay. Now this CD is being looked from point A. From point A, the tower is being looked and the angle of elevation is 60 degree and angle of depression is how much? Angle of depression is 45 degree. Now what is angle of depression and angle of elevation? Children, first of all see this. See, whenever you are looking up the line of sight, this is your line of sight, AC is your line of sight, you are looking up, so this is your line of sight, and from A you have to draw a horizontal line, and the line, the angle between the horizontal line and line of sight will be your angle of elevation, so this is 60 degree. Okay. Now angle of depression is 45 degree. That means from A, when you are looking down, from A you are looking down, and when you are looking down to the bottom, that is to point D, to the bottom of the tower, the angle of depression is 45 degree. Okay, this is 45 degree. When it is 45 degree, you have to find the horizontal also. So this horizontal is serving for both the purposes now, for the angle of elevation as well as for the angle of depression. One horizontal should always be there, whether you are talking about the angle of elevation or you are talking about the angle of depression. Now the angle of depression is 45 degree and the angle of elevation is 60 degree, and this is your horizontal. Let us keep the name this horizontal as AE. Now see, AE is your horizontal. Okay. Now this is 60 degree and this is angle of elevation is 60 degree and angle of depression is 45 degree. This building AB is 7 meters, therefore your DE will also be 7 meters. See, we have formed a rectangle here, and this is also the horizontal. You should also join the foot of the building with the foot of the tower. These horizontals should always be drawn, because they are maybe they are not the part, but they are very much helpful in solving the questions. You cannot make an angle in the air, so you have to draw this imaginary horizontal line. This AE is in the air, that you have to keep in mind, because when you visualize this particular thing, you will see that you are standing at the top of a building at point A and you are looking at the top of the tower, which is C, and the line of sight and the horizontal will make the angle 60 degree. So this horizontal is coming in the air. Okay. So now what you have to find out, see, determine the height of the tower. Determine the height of the tower. You have to find the height of the tower. How will you find the height of the tower? Children, see, here you have got tan 60 degree, see 60 degree here, and here you are getting 45 degree. Now look here, AE and OB, this DBD, AE and BD, both of them are parallel to one another, isn't it? AE and BD are parallel to one another. Once you see this is making 45 degrees, that means this is also making 45 degrees, as both of these are making alternate angles. So this one is also 45 degrees. From here, if you take a triangle ABD, you see triangle ABD, angle B is 90 degree. Now if you take tan 45, from here you will see that you will be able to find out the value of BD. Okay. Once you find the value of BD, it will be equal to AE, and this will serve you to find the height of the tower. So come on, let us start. Let us take in triangle ABD into consideration. Now in triangle ABD, tan 45 degree will be equal to, see, tan 45, see, opposite side is AB and adjacent side is your BD. Okay, so OA means opposite side is AB and adjacent side is BD. Now what is your AB? Your AB is 7 meters and you don't know your BD. Okay. Now tan 45. What is the value of tan 45? You should remember this. So tan 45 is equal to 1. So 1 is equal to 7 by BD. Of course 7 meters. Now from here you get BD is also equal to 7 meters if you cross multiply. That means your horizontal is nothing but 7 meters. Let me write here 7 meters so that there will be no confusion when you will solve the questions. Now see, AE is also 7 meters. So BD is equal to AE. Okay? Now this will give you 7 meters. So now let us proceed with the next triangle. Now what is your next triangle? Your next triangle is AEC. In triangle AEC. Again what you will take? You will take tan only. You will take tan only. So tan 60 degrees will be equal to CE by AE. See children, CE is the opposite side and AE is the adjacent side for angle 60. So you don't know CE but you know AE. AE is 7 meters because you have already done this. This is from 1. Okay. Now let us move forward to solve this question. Now tan 60 is how much? Tan 60 is equal to root 3, which is equal to CE by 7 meters. So this shows CE is equal to 7 root 3 meters. Now what you have to find out? You have to find out the height of the tower. See, height of the tower is CD. CD means CE plus ED. This much and this much. So height of the tower is CD. Height of the tower is CD. Now CD is equal to how much? CD will be equal to CE plus ED. Okay. Now what is your CE? You have just taken out. Your CE is 7 root 3 meters. So this is 7 root 3 meters. And what is your ED? ED is your 7 meters because this is CED is parallel to AB. You have, I think you have written somewhere here, or if you have not written, you should mention it. Okay. From here, ED is equal to AB and that is equal to 7 meters. You can write from the figure also. You can write from the figure also, or you can say that both of them are opposite sides of a rectangle. Now from here you will get CD is equal to 7 root 3 plus 7 meters. Okay. So that will give you 7 into root 3 plus 1 meters. If you want, you can calculate the final value using the value of root 3, that is 1.732, and then adding it with 1 and multiplying it with 7. Otherwise, this, if you do this much also, your answer is correct. Question number 13. Children, whenever we read these questions, we should try to visualize the things. Just close our eyes and visualize what is given. See, as observed from the top of a 75-meter high lighthouse. Now see, there is a lighthouse. Now you imagine yourself that you are standing on the lighthouse as observed from the top, because something is being observed from the top of the lighthouse. The height of the lighthouse is 75 meters. See, I have mentioned it. CD is your lighthouse. CD is your lighthouse and I have mentioned it is 75 meter. That is a tower or lighthouse, whatever you can say. Better you write down lighthouse only. This is a lighthouse. Okay. This is your lighthouse. Now see, from the sea level, the angle of depression of two ships. Why depression? Because someone is looking down. When you are looking down, you say angle of depression. Two ships means there are two ships. Let us say A is one ship and B is one ship. Two ships are there and they are making 30 degree and 45 degree. Angles made by these two ships, angle of depression with the person or with the eye that is at D is 30 degree and 45 degree respectively. If one ship is exactly behind the other, that means both of them are on one line. Okay, both of them are on one line and the foot of the tower is also on the same line. So point C, point A and point AB are collinear. That you have to keep in mind. If one ship is exactly behind the other on the same side of the lighthouse, same side, see, ship A is also and ship B is also on the same side, not on either side. They are on the same side. Find the distance between the two ships. You have to find the value of A, B. Okay. Now, first of all, try to understand again what is given. See here. There is a lighthouse CD. The height of the lighthouse is 75 meters. There are two ships in the sea. Both of them are one behind the other. The first ship is making an angle of 45 degree and the second ship is making an angle of 30 degree. See, when the ship is far away from you, angle made is smaller, and when the ship is nearer to you, the angle made is greater. Now see, this BD is the line of sight and AD is also your line of sight. Now where is the horizontal? You have to make the horizontal in the air. This is your horizontal. Children, keep in mind. This is your horizontal. Now when you see this horizontal, let us say that DE is your horizontal line. Now see EDA. Your EDA is 45 degree and EDB is 30 degree. EDB is 30 degree. This you can see, and this one is 45 degree. The ship which is at A is making 45 degree and the ship which is at B is making 30 degree with the eye of the person who is at point D on the top of the lighthouse. Now what you have to find out? You have to find out the value of AB. Okay, distance between the two ships. Now how to proceed? See here, CD is given. You are getting two triangles, ACD and BCD, because you have to consider 90 degree angle. Everything we do here is with the right angle triangle. So you have to first identify which angle is 90. Now see children, this angle is 45 degree, that is angle EDA. So now with what it is making Z? It is making Z with A. See here. This is your Z. So when you are making a Z, you are making a, what you are making? You are making an alternate angle. So this is 45 degree now. Okay. Now here EDBC, you see EDBC, it is also making Z and this is 30 degree. Because CD is parallel to ED. Both of them are horizontals. This is on the ground and this is in the air. CD on the ground and CB on the ground, BC on the ground and ED on the air. Both of them are horizontal. Now once you get this, you will be able to move forward. So this is 30 degree. Now let us consider this bigger triangle. Which triangle? Bigger triangle DBC. Now in triangle DBC. So what are you getting? Tan 30 you have to take because the opposite side is given and you have to find AB. So both of these things are there which are useful to you. So tan 30 degree will be opposite side is your CD and adjacent side is your BC. Okay. So this is CD is 75 meters. So you write this, and BC is nothing but AC plus AB. This is equal to AC plus AB. Okay. So tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 is equal to 75 by AC plus AB. Children, from here you are getting AC plus AB equal to 75 root 3 when you are cross multiplying. Okay. When you are cross multiplying. Now let us move to the next triangle. What is the next triangle here? You take the smaller triangle. This is ACD. C is 90 degree. Now in triangle ACD. See, in triangle ACD, what are you getting? You are getting tan 45 degree is equal to tan 45. Now again opposite side is your CD and adjacent side is AC. So CD by AC. Now see, CD is 75 meter. You write it again, and AC. You don't know about AC. Now tan 45 is how much? 1. 1 will be equal to 75 by AC, and from here you are getting AC is equal to 75. Now suppose you are putting the value here in 1. You are getting this as 1 and this as 2. So when you are substituting the value of AC in equation 1, substitute the value of AC in equation 1. Now what you will get? AC plus AB is 75 root 3. That means 75 meters plus AB will give you 75 root 3. So from here, AB will be equal to how much? AB will be equal to 75 root 3 minus 75. Children, these are the units. Meter should be written always. Okay. So this whole will be in meter. So from here, what is your value? What will you get? So from here, you'll get AB equal to 75 if you take out common root 3 minus 1 meters. Children, further you can simplify by putting the value of root 3. Otherwise, if you put this value also, you are correct. Go through the next question, question number 14. See, a 1.2 meter tall girl spots a balloon moving with the wind in a horizontal line. The balloon is moving horizontally in a straight way at a height of 88.2 meters from the ground. See, let us consider P as the balloon and it is moving from P to Q. Let us say that it is moving in this direction. It is moving from P to Q direction. Now the girl is, let us take girl as AB. This is 1.2 meters. So the height of the girl is 1.2 meters. I am putting here AB is your girl. The angle of elevation of the balloon from the eyes of the girl at an instant is 60 degrees. Suppose when the balloon is at P and the girl is looking at the balloon, this is the line of sight and this is the horizontal line. Suppose if the girl is looking up to the balloon, then the angle of elevation is 60 degree. You can see here it is 60 degree. Okay. After some time, the angle of elevation reduces to 30 degree. That means the balloon has moved to a little more distance. It has gone far to the girl. And now the angle of elevation of the balloon. See, this is the line of sight now of the balloon is 30 degree. Look here, it has become 30 degree. Now in both the cases, the horizontal line is this one only. This is the horizontal line. Now what you have to find the distance traveled by the balloon during the interval. That means from P to Q, what distance has the balloon traveled. Now children, see, QR is 88.2. It is given the height of the balloon from the ground is 88.2. Not only QR, PS is also 88.2. Okay, PS is 88.2 and QR is also 88.2. These two are 88.2. Now you have seen that your girl, the girl is 1.2 meter high. So this much part, if you draw a line, if you draw and see the line, you will see that this much is 1.2 and this much is also 1.2. So we have to find out the rest part. Now how will we find out? First of all, children, let us name this as AX and this as AY. Now this is AY and this is AX. From here you can see that you have two triangles AXP and AXQ and AYP. Two triangles are formed. Okay. Now from here you have to find out how much is your QX or PY, whatever it is. See, 88.2 QR is 88.2. So here AB is 1.2, that means XR is also 1.2 meters. So 1.2 XR is equal to 1.2. When you subtract, what will you get? 2 minus 2 0, 0.8 minus 1 7 and 8. 87.0 meters. Now you are getting QX, this part as 87 meters. Okay. Now the same with this part also. This is also 87.0 meters. Okay. Now from here you have to find distance PQ. Now distance PQ is nothing but the distance XY or distance SR. So we can consider XY. Better it would be if we consider XY because this is the part of the triangle AXQ. Now let us solve the rest of the question. Let us see how we can solve this question. Now children, see, let us first begin with the triangle AXQ. Let us take triangle AXQ. Okay. Now, can you tell me what is your 90? Which one is your 90 degree? This one is 90 degree. See, this one is 90 degree because QR is showing your horizontal line from the ground, vertical line from the ground, vertical height of the balloon, and this AX is the horizontal line from the girl. Okay, from the eye of the girl, this is the horizontal line. So you can say that X is 90 degree. Now this says that X is 90 degree. Now see what is angle QAX. QAX is 30 degree. We have already done this because the girl has seen the balloon when it is at Q and the angle of elevation is 30 degree. Now from here tan 30 degree will be equal to how much? Tan 30 degree is equal to QX. Opposite side is this one. QX by AX. QX by AX. Okay. Now what is your QX? QX is nothing but 87 meters and AX is not known to you. AX is not known to you. From here, what you can get? Tan 30 is nothing but 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 is equal to 87 by AX. From here, you will come to know that AX is equal to 87 root 3. Okay. Now see, from here you have got what is the value of AX. You are here with the value of AX. This is your equation 1. Now let us proceed to equation 2. Let us go for the next triangle. First we have taken the triangle AXQ. So after AXQ you have AYP. Now let us take triangle AYP. AYP. Let us take this triangle. Now from here you see angle PAY. Angle PAY is equal to 60 degree. So consider tan 60. See, this is the opposite side. Which one? PY is the opposite side and AY is the adjacent side. So tan 60 degree will be equal to PY by AY. Now what is your PY? I have already told you that QX and PY both are 87 meters. So 87 by AY is not known to you. So tan 60 is how much? Tan 60 is root 3. Root 3 is equal to 87 by AY. Okay. Now let us see what we are getting. This implies AY is equal to 87 by root 3. AY is equal to 87 by root 3. Now AX is equal to 87 root 3. Isn't it? Here we have got this is 2 and this is 1. This is 2 and this is 1. Now what do you want? You want XY because XY and PQ are equal. Isn't it? Do you remember this one what we have said earlier? See, P to Q, the distance between PQ is the same as distance between XY. Now from here you can calculate XY because you know AX, you know AY. So AX minus AY will give you XY. So XY is equal to AX minus AY. What is your AX? From here, you see, from here, AX is equal to 87 root 3. So, 87 root 3 minus, and from here, you see, from here, this is how much? AY is equal to 87 by root 3. So, 87 root 3 minus 87 by root 3. This will give you XY. Now let us calculate how much is this. See, 87 AY will be equal to, now you cross multiply or take out the LCM, you will get 87 into 3 minus 87 by root 3. Okay. Now children, 87 root 3 into 87 into 3 minus 87 into 1 means that will give you 87 into 2 if you take out the common divided by root 3. So xy is equal to 87 into 2 divided by root 3. So is 87 into 2 by root 3. Now see children, what is 87? How can you split this 87? 87 7 plus 8 is 15. That means this comes in the table of 3. So you can write this as 3 into 3 2s are 6 and 27, 3 9s are 27 into 2 by root 3. Now see, you can write the 3 in the numerator as root 3 into root 3. So root 3 into root 3 into 29 into 2 divided by root 3. So you can cancel the root 3. Now you are left with 58 root 3. So the distance between x and y is 58 root 3 meters. 58 root 3 meters. Distance between x, y is nothing but 8 root 3. So this is 58 root 3 means this one is also 58 root 3. So children, the distance between, so what has been asked here? Find the distance traveled by the balloon, distance traveled by the balloon during the interval. It is equal to 58 root 3 or PQ is equal to 58 root 3. Now let us see the next question children. A straight highway leads to the foot of the tower. A man standing at the top of the tower observes a car at an angle of depression of 30 degrees. First of all, try to understand a straight highway leads to the foot of the tower. Now see, this is the highway. See, BC is your highway and it is leading to the foot of the tower. Here C is your foot of the tower and this CD is your tower. CD is your tower. Now see what he is saying, a man standing at the top of the tower. See here the man is standing. Let us say that this is the point where the man is standing. Suppose he is looking down. So he is observing a car and from here he is looking down and he is observing a car at an angle of depression of 30 degree. Now see, angle of depression 30 degree means he is looking at the car which is at the angle of depression 30 degree. That means see, from here the man is looking down to B. Okay, and the angle of depression is 30 degree. That means from B you have to draw a horizontal line, a straight line. So this is your 30 degree. Okay, now after that what is happening, you just go through. Which is approaching the foot of the tower. Now see, this car is not here. It is moving towards the foot of the tower in this way. It is moving forward. Now when it is moving forward, the angle of depression of the car is found to be 60 degree. Now after how many seconds? 6 seconds. Now after 6 seconds, from here when it has started to move, so after 6 seconds, after 6 seconds, the car has reached this point A and the angle of depression here is 60 degree. Look here. The angle of depression from point A to D and now also the horizontal is this line. So this angle is your 60 degree. Okay. This angle is your 60 degree. This is what it is given. Now find the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower from the point. Now you have to find out how much time it has taken, the car has taken to reach the foot of the tower. That means what? The foot of the tower means what? To point C. To point C. Now you have to tell how much time the car has taken to reach point C. Now children, first of all, let us first clear what is given. See, suppose this is X. So XDB is 30 degree. XDB is 30 degree. Now your C to B is a straight horizontal line which is parallel to DX. Now see, this is 30 degree means this part is also 30 degree. Okay, now This one is 60 degree. How much? This one is 60 degree. Okay, this part is 60 degree. So this one is 60 degree by alternate angle of parallel lines. See, 60 degree here, that means 60 degree here also. Okay, now children see, let us move and see. See, this one is 60 degree, so I am putting here also 60 degree. Okay, this one is 30 degree and this one is also 30 degree. And this is 60 degree, this complete angle is 60 degree, and therefore see, this line is joining these two angles. So this is also 60 degree. Now we are completing 30 here. This is 30, and from here this line is going to make another 30 degree here. Now this is clear. Now you have again two triangles. This is 90 degree because CD is the tower and this CB is your highway. So these two are making 90 degree. You have two triangles DCA and DCB. Okay. Now see what you have to find. You have to find the time at which the car the time taken by the car to reach from A to C. What you know is from B to A, it took 6 seconds of time. So first of all, see, you need DC also and you need BC and AB also. You go for tan angle. Now let us take triangle DCB. In triangle DCB, tan 30 will be equal to how much? DC divided by BC. Okay, DC is not known to you and you don't know BC also. Okay, BC is also not given. So what you will do, what is tan 30? Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 is equal to DC by BC, and from here you can say that DC is equal to BC by root 3. Okay, now let us go to next triangle. In triangle DCA. Now look at triangle DCA. What is your DCA? DCA, tan 60. Tan 60 will be equal to DC by AC. Okay. Now tan 60 is how much? Tan 60 is root 3. Now root 3 is equal to DC by AC. AC. Now from here DC is equal to AC root 3. AC root 3. See, in the first equation also you are getting DC and the second equation you are also getting DC. So from here you can connect BC and CD. BC and CD. Okay. So see, from 1 and 2, BC by root 3 is equal to DC is equal to AC is equal to AC root 3. Now from here what you are getting? BC is equal to AC root 3 into root 3. Okay. So BC is equal to 3AC. BC is equal to 3AC. And from here you can say that BC by AC is equal to 3 by 1. Isn't it, children? Now BC and AC is equal to 3 by 1 means you can say that BC is equal to 3x and AC is equal to x. They are in the ratio. Now see, BC is equal to 3x. So this part is equal to 3x and AC is equal to x. From here what you can do, see, the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower from the point. You have to find this, but it takes 6 seconds from B to A. Now from here can you find out AB? So AB is equal to how much? AB will be equal to BC minus AC. BC minus AC. Now AB will be equal to BC minus AC, and that will be equal to 3x minus x, that will be equal to 2x. Okay, 2x is the distance. Okay, 2x distance is traveled in how many seconds? 6 seconds. Okay, so we can say that distance of 2x has been traveled in 6 seconds. Okay, so x distance will be traveled in how many seconds? X distance will be traveled, x distance will be traveled in 6 by 2, that is equal to 3 seconds. In 3 seconds the car will travel x distance. Now what is your AC? How much is your AC? AC is equal to x, isn't it? From here you can see, children, see AC is equal to x and BC is equal to 3x. So x distance is traveled in how many seconds? 3 seconds. So you can say that the car will reach the foot of the tower in 3 seconds. Number 16. The angle of elevation of the top of a tower from the 2 points at a distance of 4 meter and 9 meter from the base of the tower and in the same straight line with it are complementary. Okay, first of all try to understand up to this one. The angle of elevation, that means somebody is looking up from 2 points. Let us take A and B as 2 points on the ground from where we can go for the angle of elevation to the top of the tower. So let CD be the tower. Okay, this is your tower. CD is your tower and there are 2 points A and B away from the tower and a person is looking towards C from both the points, from A as well as from B. Now the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from 2 points at a distance of 4 meter and 9 meters. See, D to A is 4 meters, D to A is 4 meters and D to B is 9 meters. Okay, now from the base of the tower and in the same straight line with it are complementary. Angles are complementary. See, angle of elevation. You are getting two angles, this one and this one. These two angles are complementary. That means sum of these two angles is 90 minus theta. Suppose you are taking one angle as theta, the other will be 90 minus theta. Let me change the color so that you can clearly see it. Suppose one angle is theta, the other angle will be 90 minus theta. Okay, this angle and this angle I am talking about, because these two are the line of sides and this is the horizontal. Okay, now prove that the height of the tower is 6 meter. This you have to prove. You should get that the tower is 6 meter tall. Okay, now let us see. See, CD is the tower and DB is the horizontal line. So your 90 degree is angle D. Okay, so from here you get CDA as one triangle and CDB as other triangle. Now let us take one triangle, that is CDA. Let us take triangle CDA. From here what you are getting, see, from CDA you are getting theta. Now see, you need to find the value of tower and you know this value AD, so it would be better to take tan. So tan theta will be equal to CD by AD. Okay, this is CD by AD. How much is your CD? You don't know. What is your AD? AD is 4 meters. So it's okay. From here you are getting CD equal to 4 tan theta, isn't it? You can see clearly you are getting CD equal to 4 tan theta. This is your equation 1. Now let us go to next triangle. What is our next triangle? That is CDB. Now consider CDB, your angle B is 90 minus theta. Okay. Now from here if you see, your opposite side is the tower and your adjacent side is DB. So let us take again tan B or tan 90 minus theta. Let us take triangle CBD. Okay. In triangle CBD, I am considering tan 90 minus theta, that is angle B, tan B. So tan 90 minus theta is nothing but tower, that is CD divided by BD. Okay, CD divided by BD. Now CD is not known to you, but BD is 9 meters, that you know. So from here you are getting CD is equal to 9 tan 90 minus theta. So this is your equation 2. See, equation 1 and equation 2 are equal because both of them are taking out the value of CD. Okay, in both the cases you are finding out CD. Here also CD is 4 tan theta, and here you are getting CD is equal to 9 tan 90 minus theta. So that means 4 tan theta is equal to 9 tan 90 minus theta. From suppose this is 2, this is from 1 and 2, isn't it? From 1 and 2 you are getting this. Now children, this is the time when you should apply what you know. See, tan 90 minus theta is nothing but cot theta. This you have learnt. Okay. So this will become 4 tan theta is equal to 9 cot theta. Tan 90 minus theta is nothing but cot theta. Because see, tan 30 is equal to cot 60. You have already seen, you have learnt this. Okay. Now let us try to simplify this one. How you will simplify? See, 4 tan theta will be equal to again 9 by tan theta, isn't it? It will become 9 by tan theta because cot theta means 1 by tan theta. So this will give you 4 tan square theta is equal to 9. 4 tan square theta is equal to 9. So tan square theta will be equal to 9 by 4, and tan theta will be equal to square root of 9 by 4, which will be, since we are considering theta as theta is less than 90, you can directly write down 3 by 2, positive. We will take positive. Since when theta is less than 90, the values are positive. So tan theta is 3 by 2. Now tan theta is 3 by 2. That means what? Tan theta, this one is your theta and it is 3 by 2. That means if this is 3m, then this part is 2m. Isn't it? 3 by 2. You are getting 3 by 2. Okay. Now see. So what is this? This is 2m. But you know this is 4 meters. But your AD is equal to 4 meters. This is in the ratio. Okay. So 2m means I am taking the ratio. 2m is equal to 4 units. So m will be equal to how much? 4 by 2, that is 2 units. So this way you are getting the value of m. So the tower is 2m. So what you can say? Tower is equal to 2m. And you have just taken out the value of m as 2 units. So that will be 2, because this m is equal to 2. That will become 2 into tower is 2m. Tower is equal to 3m. Children, sorry, the tower is not 2m, it is 3m. So you will get 3 into 2. Okay. So you will write 3 into 2. So 6 meters. Don't get confused with this m and this m. By mistake, I have taken this also as m, but this is the m for ratio. When you talk of 3 is to 2, you say 3m and 2m. Okay, because this is in the ratio 3 is to 2, this side and this side. So I am taking 3m and 2m here. This is 3m and this is 2m. I have taken. So this 2m is equal to 4 units. So m will be equal to 2. From here, if you put m equal to 2, you will get 6 meter here. So this is how you will be solving this particular question.